What in the world is going on in the Eredivisie? We have seen an exodus of top-tier management talent in the past few days, and it doesn't make a lot of sense, and the whole league seems like it's a mess right now. We're going to dive into that and more here on Stoppage Time at Pints and Punditry. Welcome back to Pints and Punditry here at Total FIFA Career Mode. Before we get started, I want you to hit that subscribe button for me. While you're at it, like this video. It really helps out a lot. Make sure you comment below. I want to get your thoughts on this. This is some really interesting topics here. And of course, follow us on Twitter at TotalFIFACM. The Eredivisie is a good league. Okay, it's not in your top five, but it's probably not as far below as you'd think, right? It's always the top five leagues, and then there's the other ones. There's Portugal, there's the Dutch league, there's Belgian league, there's a number of other ones that are all sort of in that next tier. But we've seen some controversies in the Eredivisie in the past week that have really been fascinating. The first one was the resignation of PSV manager Ruud van Nistelrooy. And, it's really interesting because he just had a great year. He was only there for 1 year. He came in near the top of the table, and now he's leaving on his own volition, not for another job, but for what is being called a lack of confidence in the board. And that's a key term that we're going to talk about because that's also what happened at Ajax. Ajax had a down year by their standards. They have run the table in this league for a few years now, and they didn't this year. And the entire board just quit for that same phrase, lack of confidence. And what's really interesting is we've seen the Eredivisie become so much of a seller's league these days in the past few years that you do have to wonder if some of these managers and management front office folks are getting tired of not being as competitive as they want. Ajax could have won this league this year. They made a ton of money selling off players like Anthony and others, and they've done that for a few years now. And I did some videos earlier in the season wondering if maybe they had been a little too aggressive with their selling to still go out and win the league. It was always sort of a given at Ajax. Well, we can sell off a top talent. We can sell off a Ryan Gravenberch. We can sell off an Anthony, and we can still win the league because we're just so much more talented than everybody else. And that wasn't the case this year. That just simply wasn't the case. And I wonder if that has some stem from this lack of confidence, with the board quitting. At some point, you have to compete. They're not going to be in the Champions League this year. That's huge for Ajax. That's massively impactful. But this whole league has become a sellers league, and it's almost like it's become a farm system for the Premier League, and that's not good for European football. It's not good for Dutch football. It's not good for fans. It's not good for these clubs who need to have a good product. There is always young talent in the Eredivisie. It is a wonderfully talented league, and typically it's a great place for young stars to make their name, get their footing, and move on to bigger and better things. And it will probably always be that because it's not one of the biggest leagues. At this point, almost every league has become a feeder system for the Premier League, and that's a much bigger problem in European football. But it's gotten to what feels like a tipping point with these resignations. And when you start to see, in any business, in any management, when you start to see successful people leave on their own and point the finger back at their bosses and go, I'm leaving because of you, right? You didn't give me the resources, you didn't give me the materials, you didn't give me the finances, or in this case, you didn't give me the players. I need to compete, right? So I'm going to go find better opportunities elsewhere. That's a fundamental problem for the league that they need to figure out how to fix. This is not necessarily team by team or club by club. This appears to be more league-wide than just individual clubs, although it's, right now we're talking about PSV and we're talking about Ajax. But this is when you start to see it happen more and more often, it becomes a problem. So I'm really fascinated to see what happens with the Eredivisie and these clubs. I mean, Ajax is a traditionally huge club in Europe. I mean, this was a Champions League semi-finalist a few years ago. So they've really fallen off, and a lot of it is self-inflicted because it isn't because they haven't had talent. It's because they haven't kept their talent, and they have sold off too much of it too quickly. And that is going to lead to a lack of confidence in the people running the show. So it'll be really interesting to see what happens in the Eredivisie moving forward. Still a great league with a great place to facilitate young talent, but they've got to do a better job of holding on to their talent in order to keep the league at the level it has been in the past, and heaven forbid if they ever want to get better. I would love to hear your comments on this below. I think it's a really interesting topic. Do you watch the Eredivisie? How was the product this year? Please chime in below. Also join the conversation on Twitter at TotalFIFACM. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button for me and like the video while you're down there. Thanks as always for joining us on Pints and Punditry. This is Total FIFA Career Mode.